TV3 Mission Star Ghana Foundation local governance work aims to strengthen, scale up and consolidate the results of previous and ongoing local governance-focused initiatives, particularly in the areas of inclusive voice, improved access and transparency in service delivery. Through the program, there have been inclusive voices and participation in local governance, mechanisms for increased transparency and responsiveness in local governance have also been enhanced, while many have seen an issue-based and inclusive district assembly elections, including the election of women, persons living with disability and the youth. Let's see the impact of Star Ghana Foundation's work in promoting local governance. I'm here in Cape Coast to meet a special girl, and she's known as Ayeyi. She wants the whole world to know that disability is not inability. Let's meet her.
Welcome to my home.
Hello Ayeyi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I am the girl who has osteogenesis imperfecta, which means my bones are soft. It can break easily. It hurts so bad when I break my bone.
Oh. So how do you feel?
I feel fine. Who is the perfect girl? Oh, who is the perfect girl? Oh, I'm the perfect girl. I'm the perfect girl. Who say that?
That was the story of then 7-year-old Ayeyi Yadombwache, who lived with a condition known as osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease. About 1,000 people lived with the condition in Ghana. After the report on TV3 Mission, Ayeyi's story went viral with over 1 million views on social media networks. This attracted the likes of media networks such as the BBC to travel all the way to Ghana to feature her. She eventually met Ghana's First Lady as well as the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Ayeyi now has a YouTube channel, Evangelist Ayeyi, and keeps being featured on media stations across the world. She's about to release a new single.
Watch out for my song coming up soon.
After the reports, Ghana's First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, supported the Osteogenesis Imperfecta Ghana Foundation.
She's donated to us 15 vials of the medication that is used to help increase their bone density.
The foundation has also supported other children with Ayeyi's condition.
I would say that the story you did, it has not benefited me alone, but has also benefited society as a whole. I think Missions has done a good job and is doing a good job. But I would also emphasize that it's not only about the broadcasting of it. At least they can do more by also finding how best they can get in support to help with the stories that they do.
All the best to Ayeyi Yadombwache. From Ayeyi's story, let's continue to the Bono region. When the team from TV3 Mission first met Jonah, Maunu and Nashuga, this was his condition. Despite his condition, he was talented and topped his class. The story also attracted philanthropists, with Jonah ending up at the Focus Orthopedic Hospital at Mantan in Accra. A few months ago, TV3 Mission brought to you a news item on Jonah. He's undergoing surgery at the Focus Orthopedic Hospital, and he's hopeful that his quality of life will improve after the surgery. Months after TV3 Mission's reportage, Jonah has undergone some surgeries. He is recuperating and hopes his quality of life will improve. TV3 Mission will continue to monitor his progress.
After surgery, I'm able to walk well more than before surgery. And before surgery, I used to feel pain whilst I'm sitting or even whilst I'm still using the crutches. I used to feel pain. But for now, everything is fine. I used to walk. I can even walk without the crutches. But as you can see at the first, it's difficult. And I know that when I go back, I will be able to do more things than before surgery. I'd like to tell TV3 that I thank them very well. May God help them. May God provide them what they need so that they can use that to help the others, those who are just like me.
Let's now move to the Eastern region. A worried grandmother, that was the fate of 68-year-old Cecilia Tete as she battled to save her grandchildren, twins John and James Tete, who had mental illness. Chained to this post for 2 years, controlling them was a challenge. The reportage on TV3 Mission prompted the Christian Health Association of Ghana, die-hard supporters of Daddy Lumba Fan Club, and a philanthropist to step in to support the twins. Months after our reports, TV3 Mission followed up and returned to see how the twins are faring. It was a drastic improvement. The twins are no longer chained thanks to the concerted efforts put in place to attend to their mental health. They are currently in need of a speech therapist.
Jesus. Kaminim baby ayawo. Na kaminim de mbeka. But onyakopo yemu de maye. E me na ye da so te kwam. No se first no de omo siti no omo da chemu. So to a ehwie. Ehwe abo a eboye. Bete namuso the room afonti ene wo munni chenum bio.
From the Eastern region, let's focus on healthcare in the Tonkatamansu municipality of the Greater Accra region. In 2019, TV3 Mission reported on infrastructural and logistical challenges at the Thorn Health Center. The Thorn Health Center, since its establishment 22 years ago, had not been upgraded. Inadequate staff and basic logistics hampered efforts at providing quality healthcare to patients. Authorities at the hospital wanted the health center upgraded to polyclinic status to serve the health needs of residents in the Tonkatamansu municipality. After the story aired on TV3 Mission, the municipal chief executive of Tonkatamansu promised the challenges facing the hospital will soon be a thing of the past. Through the Coastal Development Authority, the Thorn Health Center will soon get a theatre and a ward complex. Dr. Dankwa is the Municipal Health Director of Tonkatamansu.
If they complete it on time, now we will stop referring patients all the way to Majena. Some lives have been lost when they were transferring patients. So with this, we will have a doctor or a specialist coming in to see all the obstetrics and gynecological cases here, so we don't have to refer patients out. There are also plans of getting a new hospital. So when we have it, it will ease the congestion at the OPD, just in case there's an outbreak or its attendance are high.
The completion of the theatre is expected to provide quality healthcare to the estimated 120,000 residents in the Tonkatamansu municipality and its environs.
We look at the good work you are doing. If you report it without our notice, definitely somebody will also get it and send it on the different platform that this is what TV3 is saying about your municipality, and then we quickly have to put our heads together to be able to find solution to the problem.
I want to tell TV3 Mission, they should keep up the good work. At least when they came in here, it has shown results and people are working. We are trying to get things improved, especially when it comes to our healthcare in the Tonkatamansu municipality.
Still on health, TV3 Mission in 2019 also reported on the Apollonia Clinic, which was battling bat infestation. The Sakibediaku Health Center struggled with water supply. Encroachment was rampant at the Oyibi Health Center, and the Zenu Polyclinic had inadequate chairs for patients. Well, currently, a polytank has been purchased for the Sakibediako Health Center. The Municipal Assembly has started an exercise to get rid of the bat at the Apollonia Health Center. Zenu Polyclinic, through donations, has seen an increase in chairs for patients, while the Assembly is solving issues regarding encroachment at the Oyibi Health Center. Away from health, let's focus on education also in the Tonkatamanso Municipal Assembly. In 2019, TV3 Mission highlighted the infrastructural challenges and congestion plaguing most schools in the municipality. Some classes had about 90 pupils. Those without chairs and desks had to learn on the floor. The Municipal Chief Executive of Tonkatamanso, Solomon Apia, in an interview with TV3 Mission, promised to resolve the challenge in order to meet the Sustainable Development Goal 4 on providing quality education. The Tonkatamanso Municipal Assembly has provided a consignment of desks to be distributed to schools in the municipality. The gesture is the final batch of items made up of 200 roll desks, 20 teachers' tables, and 20 teachers' chairs donated by the Assembly to augment furniture supply for the 38 public schools in the municipality. The Tonkatamanso Municipal Assembly is expected to distribute more desks in an effort to curb the infrastructural challenges facing most schools in the municipality.
Sena de ya mini nyina na yan sunsuno.
Nsonsono de sena dura ne Trazol 400 albendazole. The tablet ni nsuo.
Ampa unimaduro no. Eno ana agi mi yo. Na de da wo ho ne se. Enwu hia se obedi ade dokodoko bia. Ansa no anom Trazol 400 albendazole. Ne tablet ana se ni nsuo. Na ubetimi anom ne tambia anso. Enya na dwonko a.
Enti me de bi mpa me fio. Me ni mabusua de. Trazol 400 albendazole. The tablet ene ni nsuo. Eno ana ye de kum nsonsono.
Me say, me pa binsu maamro. Wubenya bi ewo pharmacy ene drugstores mu. Atufo nko Pharmatras Limited. Fre 0561088663 ana 0561088666. Kai say, edro yi enya mankwada wani mrumfie mienu ene apemfo. Trazol 400, your family's dewelma. Enkratuwa Food and Drugs Authority agiatum.
Kona Kovoti, District Assembly about Kona Kovoti.
Let's now shift our attention to results achieved in the District Assembly level elections held in December 2019. The need to get more women to take up leadership positions prompted TV3 Mission to embark on a campaign to garner support for them. 3 of the women who won the elections were grateful to TV3 Mission for the support.
It got to a time when they said, "Oh, Charity, you are on course, so you are winning." All of a sudden, it turned again that, "Oh, no, you are not the one." So it's like I went black. I couldn't see anything again. For about 15 to 20 minutes, they were, "Hey, Charity." So I gained a normal, and then I came back. So in about 2-3 hours later, before the result was declared, and then finally, God willing, I was elected as the assembly member for Ajekojo electoral area. People were thinking that, "Oh, Charity, this woman, head of her, what can she do?" But as soon as TV3 came, I went to New Day, the program twice, and then TV3 Mixing also came to my community. That was where people realized that, "Hey, so how did you make it to TV3?" And I said, "Oh, it's God." So I thank TV3 and Mixing sincerely for giving me the exposure and then the confidence.
The election was not easy at all. It was very tough. To some certain level, I started crying. God being on my side, I managed to win all the 14 police stations. I managed to win 13 out of the 14. TV3, I thank you so much for helping Regina Dede Amankwa, aka Obi-Wan, as usual, that you have taken me far, and I know not the assembly alone will be my limit. TV3 will help me to reach the highest level in my life. I give time to my unit committee members and my campaign members.
What's Victoria Essinam Asaofe?
For security and development.
TV3, I'm grateful. Your good self, Portia, and your team, your crew, it was wonderful. Because actually, your interview, coming to interview and then showing it, projected a whole lot of information about the election. And this is my 4th time, so people thought I was not going because I was not doing any publicity that much. So when you came and it was on TV, I was like, hey, I'm going again, we saw you on TV, you're going to say yes.
Let's shift our attention to Drobonso in the Setra Farm Plains district of the Ashanti region. The Community Day Senior High School block, constructed under the tenure of former President John Mahama, had not been occupied 3 years after its completion. When the mission team probed further, we were told the school had not been occupied because of its location about 7 kilometers from the main township. Students, in order to access the school, would have to trek long distances. The district chief executive of Setra Farm Plains, after the report, promised work will start to convert the Community Day Senior High School into a dormitory block.
Approval has been given for construction of dormitories, boys and girls. Actually, work on that has started. The contractors are here. We just had a little challenge with land issues. So I came to site this morning to try and settle that so we can move on the work. But gradually we should have the dormitories in within 6 months.
In February 2020, TV3 Mission returned to the school. Work on the construction of a 2-story boys and girls dormitory at the Drobonso Community Day Senior High School had started. The facility is expected to increase enrollment in senior high schools by students who complete junior high schools. The construction of the 2-story boys and girls dormitory is expected to be completed by September 2020 to admit the first intake of students.
Your first story on the senior high school and why it's still not opened brought a lot of light to what has happened to those legacy E block. And from your coverage, a lot of people showed interest in knowing what is happening with the E block and the concept of the community day. This government under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was benevolent enough to recommend to the Minister for Education to vary the day community for Setra Farm Plains to a boarding facility.
Still in the Setra Farm Plains district, TV3 Mission broadcast healthcare challenges facing the Chips compound as Nyakukopa bat took over the entire compound, obstructing health delivery. The mammals destroyed the ceiling of the Chips compound where they assemble while emitting a shrill sound and a bad stench. Community members were not able to access the facility due to the stench that emanated from the center. Car batteries used to generate power to refrigerate vaccines for immunization were not in a good state, compelling healthcare authorities to stop the immunization process. An NGO, Network of Hope, after the story aired on TV3 Mission, decided to come to the aid of the healthcare facility. Items such as mattresses, digital thermometers, batteries for solar fridges, ultrasonic bat repellents and drugs, among others, were donated to the health center.
I will thank the NGO, that is the Network of Hope, of what they have done. Because living here was a hell for us. But they were able to paint, renovate and do everything for us. Right now they have donated much items, which is going to help in the healthcare delivery as well. And we thank TV3 too for what you have done, because it was by you in which we got to know about Network of Hope.
TV3 Mission Star Ghana's local governance project also sought to improve access to persons living with disability and their share of the District Assembly Common Fund in some target districts. Activities were also geared towards ensuring the success of the local governance project. Many reports were done to ensure that most persons living with disability get their share of the fund. Awareness was also created on the 3% District Assembly Common Fund. Hitherto the project, most persons living with disability did not even know about the fund and how to access it. Now they are empowered.
You may get about 3, 4 or 5 co-opted members on the committee, which vis-a-vis they may not serve the needs of the people in the disability fraternity.
We are not happy about the way the LECMA Disability Fund is being running here. As a group of the disabled, we can write on our letterhead that we need about 5 people to be assessed and giving them what they need to stand on their own. Okay. But they say no.
Through the Community Connect outside broadcasting engagement, the team was at Lekma, Krowo, Kaneshi, Bonkatamanso and other districts and municipalities, engaging persons living with disability on how to access the 3% District Assembly Common Fund.
The Teshi Link Road, the dusty nature, how it affects healthcare, how it affects persons with disability. We'll go back to persons with disability. What is the status of that project?
The contract has been re-awarded and the contractor is at site now. So we're hoping that any month from now, work will be started and for that matter, that problem will be addressed.
Yeah, please, so we want to find out the name of the contractor.
You want to know the name of
the name of the contractor, please.
If you want the personal name of the contractor, then I would like to say I don't know.
What is the name of the organization running the contract? Do you know? You don't know as well. The name of the contractor.
What I know is there's equipment is at a site of which we as an assembly have given a piece of land.
With a song by the left, mark time.
To the Central Region, where the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly and the Education Directorate have improved classroom infrastructure, one of the older schools in Cape Coast, the Jubilee Catholic School, had its roof repaired. Hitherto, classes were suspended anytime it rained due to flooding. With the new roof completed, efforts are underway to rehabilitate the entire structure.
Jubilee School last year was not good at all in terms of even the roof. The whole system was leaking. And so the assembly, we went to assembly and assembly started preparing budget towards that. Unfortunately, Bright also came here and made some cases, and that really worked together. And now the Jubilee School is back to its original state.
The collaboration between TV3 Mission and the Star Ghana Foundation has been impactful, strengthening service delivery at the local level.
We've worked with Parliament to make committees of Parliament more responsive. We've worked with CSOs to ensure increased access to quality health and education for citizens. We have worked with the media to strengthen their capacity to work as development actors and not just reporters of the news. We have supported citizens groups to hold government accountable in the areas of anti-corruption, but also in the areas of strengthening decentralization and making local governance more accessible to the citizens of this country.
The mission of participatory development has certainly been achieved.